everybody, and welcome to
my YouTube channel.
Shut up. Hello, journeyers, and welcome to the dental journey yet again. We are back with another episode of dental stuff. So we're going to talk about today, first of all, this is my classmate Jasmine Waters.
I hope this never sees YouTube.
It's going to see YouTube because we're doing it now. But so we're going to do a two-part video. One part is her doing her makeup right now for the video, and the second part is us talking about post-bachs.
This is NARS. What people be doing?
Oh my god. This is so funny.
In the shade.
Oh my god. The shade. Shade guy. Know your shades,
I can't
guys.
say it. Macau.
Let me see.
Macau. M-A-C-A-O.
Macau.
I don't think we say that right.
Mocha? No, it's definitely not mocha. Mako. We're gonna say Mako. Okay. NARS, Mako. Yes. They be like, oh, can you see it? Can you see it?
Let me get real close.
Oh my god. Anyway, so that's that. We're going. So my makeup for the day was some eyeliner with a fake wing, and then I put some Fenty Beauty on the eyelid, and that's about it. Oh, and some lipstick that Jasmine hated. It was in this little bottle here. Looks like it came from CVS. Called Hot Plum. Yeah, boom. Can you see that?
Rude.
Yeah. Oh, it's by Maybelline. Boom. Okay. Anyway, so there's that. So you look wonderful. You always look beautiful. Anyway, so we're seniors. I don't know if I mentioned that before in one of the other videos, but we are senior dental students at the University of Maryland School of Dentistry, which is wonderful, and we can't wait to graduate, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ready?
Ready? Been ready? 300 more days? Okay. So today we'll be talking about post-bachs. Jasmine and I both did a post-bach program, and we want to talk about all the different post-bachs that are out there, or at least the ones we know about, as well as just other things you can do, even if you don't do a post-bach. So first things first, I want to say that if you don't feel like you're confident in your application when you're applying, or you feel like your GPA is a little low, or if you feel like you're just not ready to go to dental school just yet, I would highly suggest you do some sort of post-baccalaureate work after your undergraduate degree. So you can either do some research, you can apply to the NIH, different programs like that, and you can refer back to Jordan's previous post about his NIH experience. And also you can just do a general master's program, like you can do a master's at your school in biology or chemistry or engineering, something like a hard science. So not necessarily like I don't know what you call like software science, like public health or something. I don't know. Like I think they just want to see you have like a really rigorous science background and do well in the program. That's another major key. Major key alert. So they just want to see if you have like higher level science classes. Okay. And so a couple of programs that I've found out about or researched about when I was looking for programs myself was, let's list these. So I personally went to George Squared. I think I've mentioned that before. Jasmine is here to talk about Barry University, which is in Miami. There's science in the evening at the University of Maryland College Park, and other schools probably also offer something like that as well. The University of Mississippi offers, I think it's the University of Mississippi. Is it Mississippi or is it Ole Miss? I don't know.
I think it's Mississippi. Is that the one?
That's the one Dickie went to?
Yeah.
So one of our classmates went to a post-bach in Mississippi, and so I'm going to get her insight on that and update it in the blog post about what she thinks about that program that she did. Then there's another one at Rutgers. There's a program at Hampton University, and there's also a program at one of the Philly schools, which I just found out about today when I was asking around, so I'll also update that one in the blog post as well. So those are some of the programs that I know about on the East Coast. I'm not in like Midwest, but I'm not really sure about any on the West Coast. Do you know of any?
Not offhand.
Okay, so if I figure some more out, I will look into those. So the first things first, let's ask Jasmine a few questions. Are you finished with your makeup tutorial? Is that over?
It's over.
That's over. You gave up after the foundation. We off that. That's as far as we get to in dental school with the makeup thing. I don't know how much makeup I wear in school. Only when we're going out somewhere fun. Okay, so first things first, why did you pick Barry?
So I heard about Barry myself during my own research. And when I was at VC, I went to Virginia Commonwealth University for undergrad. And I did like a summer, they have like a summer academic enrichment program that they had do. And I did that program, and I met another student who had completed the master's at Barry University. And so once I saw somebody and it was kind of confirmed that the program helped her to get into school successfully, kind of solidified that choice for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how was your summer enrichment program? You said that was at VCU?
Yeah, it's good. What did we do?
Is that kind of like SMDEP?
I think so. It's like a 6-week. I want to say it's like a 6-week program, and you get a stipend. We take a couple of courses. We took pharmacology and physiology.
Oh wow.
It's for medical, pre-med, pre-dent, pre-pharm, pre-physical therapy,
pre-everything.
Yeah, pretty much. And they kind of break us up into like a rotation that's specific to our interests at some point. But most of the classes we take together. That was a good program.
Okay, yeah. I didn't even know about that. So if you're looking into a program like that and you're pre-dent, I would suggest you go to that. And it's at VCU. And what is it called again?
Summer Academic Enrichment Program, SAEP.
Okay, SAEP. And also, the one that I mentioned is called SMDEP. So look into that program as well. I think you can do that program as a sophomore in college. So that's also a really good program to do. I didn't do it, but I did hear about it, and I decided not to do it, which is probably not the best idea. So definitely apply, because I thought I was going to go to vet school. So I was like, oh, I don't need that program. I didn't know. But had I joined it or applied for it earlier, I probably would have knew a lot earlier on that I wanted to go to dental school. So I should have applied to that program. Okay.
I love my program.
Good. And now look at you. Look at you now. You're a senior in
Ready to
dental
get
school.
out.
Okay, so what did you like about Barry? About the Barry
First
program?
of all, Barry is in Miami Shores, which is like, actually, the main campus is in Miami Shores. Our program is actually in Hollywood, Florida, which is more like 20, 30 minutes away from downtown Miami. So I like the location.
Okay.
Number one. I like they have a 1-year tracked option, 18-month up to a 2-year track option. So it's flexible. What else did I like? So the first year of our program, the sciences is meant to mimic your first year of sciences in dental school. So when I applied to programs, I could say that because the program is advertised that way. So I was able to say, hey, I've already what's the word? I've already
seen these classes?
Yeah, basically I've already kind of simulated
what
what my performance would be like during the first year of dental school. And so a lot of
Sipsy.
yeah, a lot of schools loved that little gimmick right there.
That's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had another question I was going to say. How did you like living in Miami? You said you liked it. And what was the cost of living like in Miami?
So since the program is in Hollywood, Florida, it actually wasn't that expensive. If I can remember my rent, I shared an apartment with another student who was in the program, who is now at Howard University on her 4th year as well.
Yay.
And I think we paid $750, maybe $800 for a very nice apartment, like high up in the building,
Okay.
maybe. So it's not as expensive as you would think. It's actually
Because Miami gets pretty steep.
Yeah, it's actually one of the cheaper places in my experience.
Okay.
I didn't pay more than $800 in rent per month.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. Okay, so how did you prepare for the program? Did you have to take any tests or do any different prereqs for the program?
So for the Barry University program, you either have to, you can take the GRE, which is what I did because I wasn't ready to do the second option, which is to submit your DAT score. I had not studied for the exam just yet, but you can do either one, except both.
Okay, and the DAT is the dental admissions test, which is the test you need to take in order to get into dental school, which you should not take if you're not ready.
It's expensive.
So it's expensive, and don't waste your try. You only get 3 tries ever in your whole entire life, unless you get some special permission to take it a 4th time. So don't waste a turn if you're not ready.
Yeah, the GRE was a lot cheaper. It's a little bit, well, should I say? I thought it was a little bit easier to study for than the DAT.
I dropped it. It's okay.
And we're back. So that's why I decided to do the GRE versus taking the DAT to submit.
Okay, and for me, I probably would have never taken the GRE because I would have taken the DAT if I wasn't ready, but I did not take the GRE to go to vet school, and that was one of the reasons what deterred me from going to vet school, because you need to take a GRE to go there as well. And I was completely against taking the GRE for some reason, but if I wanted to go to the Barry program, I probably would have went with the GRE option. Okay, cool. So do you know the stats for your program, like how many students got into medical or dental school from your program that you can remember, like maybe from your cohort?
I'm not sure because I'm not even sure how many people were in my cohort.
Oh,
I was living my girl's life.
I had 80 people in my cohort, and we were all good friends. Hey guys.
Maybe, I don't know. I had a good core, but I do not know everybody else in my program. But
was a lot of people. Like how many people were per class, or do you know?
I don't know.
She was living her best life. Obviously, she doesn't.
I really don't know. Let's say it's like 80. But
Okay.
we have a high rate of students. I don't even know students that didn't get it. Well, maybe because it's a secret, but
they probably want to share.
Pretty much all of my friends that I knew got into whether they were trying to go to medical school, because this program attracts a lot of students trying to get into medical school, dental school,
Farm.
DO.
Okay.
I don't know too many farm students that do it, but I don't see why they wouldn't or why they couldn't.
Okay, sorry. I ran out of space on my phone, so I had to go delete some stuff. So all my apps are gone now, but it's okay. So I think we left off talking about the stats and how many students are matriculating into professional school after the Barry program. And Jasmine said that they all get in, yay!
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a pretty high rate, it has to be, because I ran it. We just came back from SNDA conference, and I have a whole picture with my Barry fam.
Barry farm was like,
what? Nah.
Sorry, sidebar.
But
yeah, I know, right?
And a lot of people get into medical school, optometry school. It's a really good program. Schools. I picked it because I had talked to some professors at VCU dental school, and they really respected the program. So I just wanted a sure thing because I didn't want to waste my money and spend a lot of money.
Right. How expensive is it?
I don't know. I had in my mind it was like 52,000, but maybe that was just tuition because I'm pretty sure I went somewhere close to 200.
200,000?
All right, maybe I made it up.
Oh my god!
I feel like
mine was 100,000. So it was like I think it was like 80,000, and then like maybe 20,000 to like survive. You know,
like
I took out all the
I ended
loans.
up going from a 1-year track to 18 months. So I'm gonna take my DAT, so I probably had to pay
More.
a little bit more.
Wow. I'll put all the links in the blog post for all these programs that we're talking about, so you can go do the research about how much it costs. Because Jasmine went there about what, 4 or 5 years ago at this point. So the cost is more than likely has changed. But yes, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for all that wonderful information.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it was so helpful. I'm sure that everybody out there in YouTube land will find some value out of.
I do have something else though.
That.
The short program is probably better at because when I first applied to the Berry program, they did have like a cadaver lab. But I think since they switched the location to Hollywood, there is no more cadaver lab. So we did not do our what's it called? Gross anatomy course did not include real cadavers. So that was kind of a backdraw once I got there.
Okay. And just know that when you go to dental school, most dental schools do still have cadaver lab. I know NYU does like the plastics one, the one that's like the body exhibit one, which is also cool. At University of Maryland, we do have a cadaver lab as well, which we share with the medical school. So that's cool, a little sidebar. Okay, so now that we've talked about Berry, we're going to talk about my program. So I went to George Mason, Georgetown. It's called G Squared. The G Squared program is awesome. I don't know if I'm completely biased or I just love the program, but I really am so grateful for having done that program, and that is because I feel like I was like a step up from my classmates, or I feel like I had a nice buffer of information, and I didn't feel worried about first year of coming into dental school. Did you feel the same way, like when you came in?
I felt like Berry was really good at preparing me for school. Again, the only backdraw I had was the cadaver lab because we had models, but it's different.
Right, than with a real body.
Yeah, so that's the only drawback that I have.
And at ABS, it's also called Advanced Biomedical Science because the first part of the program, you do get an Advanced Biomedical Science certificate. And then if you complete the remainder of the program, you can get a master's in physiology, which is what I did. So you can do the entire year, so 2 semesters, and get the certificate. And then you can do 1 extra semester over the summer to get the master's. I extended my master's portion, which is an extra, I think, 20 credits or so. I extended that throughout the year. So I did kind of like a 2-year thing, because I wanted to take my DAT over the summer, and I wanted to make sure I studied really, really hard and did really well in the DAT. So I extended my extra 20 credits to get my master's over the summer to do DAT. I mean, I did over the year. So I took 4 months to study my DAT. Most people don't do that. I did that because I needed to relearn everything from undergrad, which I had taken 4 or 5 years prior, and I was like, I don't remember any of this stuff. So I needed to redo Orgo and Chem, Gen Chem, and all that kind of stuff. So I would highly suggest you look at Chad's videos. He is like the saving grace for everyone who's gone to professional school at this point. So yeah, if you need to okay. So yes, like I was saying, if you needed some sort of saving grace for like recapping old material, definitely look at Chad's videos. So what else about my program? I love the small class size that I had. I think I stated that before, but I had like 80 classmates or so, and I know they were expanding, so I don't know what they have now, maybe in like the hundreds or so, but I really love knowing all of my classmates and being able to talk to everybody and study with people and ask questions. They also offered on-campus housing, which was wonderful. I lived on campus, and I would highly suggest you live on campus, especially even if you live close. I would suggest you live on campus because everyone kind of lived there, so it was like a community, and we were able to study together and bounce ideas off of each other. And one thing I said in the beginning of the video is make sure you do well in these programs because you're taking graduate level work. It shows a little bit differently when the dental schools are looking at your application if you've done well in graduate level work. Because if you're getting like a bad grade in a graduate course, they're going to look at it like, oh, they can't handle this rigor. So make sure, even if you do get 1, just okay, again, my phone cut off because I ran out of space, so I deleted like 400 pictures just for y'all. Okay, so again, do really well in the coursework because it's imperative that you do really well and take it really, really seriously. These programs accepted you because they believe in you and they want you to get into professional school, but it's going to be a little bit harder if you don't do as well as you could. So review the study video that I posted before about how to study for the master's if y'all want some study tips. Okay, so did I like my program? I loved it. I thought it was very, very hard, and I love that because it prepared me for dental school. And I thought it was very detail oriented, and that, my favorite class, which is probably no one's favorite class, was histology. And no one loves histology, but I thoroughly enjoyed that class, and I don't know why, but I just thought all the cells were cute, and I was like, oh, look at that histocyte, oh my god, look at that eosinophil, like nerd alert, like I was so nerdy for histology, but it really showed in my grade because I was like, whenever I love something, my grade just really shows. But yeah, so let's see, what are the other questions that I asked you? The program was about, I think I said what, $100,000 or something like that. So just be prepared for that debt. I took out the max loans because I don't like to be struggling because I'm gonna be hopefully paying it back at some point in life.
Yeah, so both our programs are, well, private school programs. Right?
Yes, and Georgetown is no joke. Like, it's really expensive, but it's a really good program.
Yeah, so
Because,
that's
like, you know, in Georgetown, being taught by the Georgetown professors, it was really cool. I know, like, you know, you're in DC and you're just like, oh, this is like really fun, you know, being in DC and just getting that DC experience. So if you aren't from the area and you want to experience DC, that's also really cool about the program. I didn't have to take any extra exams or do any extra prerequisites outside of the ones that they list, which is similar to the ones that you need for dental school anyway. So I had already taken those in undergrad. So I didn't have to take my DAT or anything like that. They do, like GRE, I didn't have to take that.
What test? So you don't need to test at all?
You don't need to test at all. You just have to apply for the program. Yeah, it's nice. And there is a part of the program that you would have to take your MCAT or DAT for. I think actually it's only MCAT because I think they only accept pre-med students into that part of the program. And I think it's like the master's. I don't even know. I wasn't interested in it because I wasn't taking the MCAT. So if you want to look at that. Okay, so enough about that other stuff I was talking about. I think I was talking about MCAT and stuff. But what I really gained from the program was I gained a lot of very, very good friendships, a lot of great networking, which was really, really awesome. And I still talk to those people today. And I'm always asking about, you know, what they're doing, how their program is going, and their professional program. The stats about my program, G Squared, is that everybody who applied to dental school, to my knowledge, got in. I think one person went to nursing school who wanted to be pre-dent, but that was just an anomaly. Everybody, a lot of the students that I know have got into medical school, either 1 or 2 years out. And I think there are 3 people from the cohort behind me in the class below us in 2020. We're 2019. And then another person is in the 2021 class, and then there was a G Squared student in the 2018 class at the University of Maryland. So as you can see, students from that program are getting into dental school, which is awesome, and medical school. So shout out to my friends in medical school. So yeah, I don't know what else I can say about the program, but I just thoroughly loved it. We took anatomy, physiology. You're getting a master's in physiology if you do the master's portion, so that's awesome. So you're really well versed on physio. We take biostatistics and histo, like I mentioned, and I think one other course, but I can't remember. But it was all really, really tough and really, really awesome. They also record the lectures for us, so that was a great added bonus.
You do that very as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so.
You want to throw that in? It's like,
very good at too, girl.
So, I mean, that's just something to look forward to, or look for when you're applying to different programs to see what they offer. And then some of the other programs, I will list my classmates' personal experience if I know that they've done the program. So one of our classmates did the Mississippi program. Another one of my classmates, our classmates, did a master's program. She did a master's in biology, which was awesome for her. She picked that. She did look into these programs that we've listed, but she wanted to go like for a cheaper route. So she went to a school that was more in the range that she wanted to spend for a master's program, and she just did a lot of upper level science courses and then completed her master's in biology, which she really liked, and she thought that she got the same benefit as, you know, doing another type of post-baccalaureate program. Yeah, anything you want to add? Okay, well, if you guys have any questions, just please feel free to contact us on the little contact us page, or you can email us at alenajordan@gmail.com, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Put comments below. Welcome to my YouTube. So annoying. I know you wanted to. But yeah, so if you have any questions, just let us know, and we will be more than glad to answer them for you. So yeah, see you later. Until next time.